So today I'm going to share with you 3 basic things that when used can help you save time and money. Plus, add some calm to your life, and who wouldn't love a bit more calm? I'm going to keep this between 5 and 10 minutes, so I hope you'll stay to the end, and more importantly, that you will put these into practice today after you listen. So, basic number 1. Think of one small thing that you would like to get done that won't take very long, but that you keep putting off. Ideally, this is something really small, like remembering to reorder your vitamins or to cancel that subscription service that you never use, but you keep forgetting to turn off. So write that down. If you want to pause the podcast and do it right now, you can, but I would prefer if you would just wait until the end. But if you're going to do it right now, set a stopwatch first to see how long it takes you to do that task, because you'll need it when you come back. Now, for the rest of you who stayed, when you do this, you set a stopwatch on your phone or whatever timekeeping device that you want to use, and then see how long it actually took you to do that thing. Often we don't do something because it feels like that there's too much to do and we just can't spare the time. But many of these tasks, once we start, take less than 5 or 10 minutes, and all the time that you spend worrying about it eats up your time. In fact, you're going to spend about as much time as you're going to spend listening to this podcast. So thank you for giving me your valuable time. So reframe the idea in your mind to say, I have 10 minutes. Let me see how many of these tasks that I can do. That's why we want to write a list. Finding those minutes in your schedule will relieve stress and save you time because you won't lose time thinking about them. Basic number 2, recognize the value of your time. I don't mean in theory. I have a super simple exercise to help you do this. And in fact, you have one of 2 ways that you can choose to do it, and I'll let you pick which one you like better. You can either assign a time value in coins to your time wasters. I suggest coins and dollars with a minute equal to a penny. So if you're going to give yourself 2 hours, that's 120 minutes. So you give yourself $1.20. And you're going to actually spend this, like put it into a jar like currency. So if you allocate yourself $20 worth of minutes, which is 2,000 minutes, do the math, was that? I don't remember how many hours, to do something, then you put that money in your jar every time, and when it's gone, you stop doing it. The other way is you can allow yourself to do whatever time wasters you want to do, but keep track, whether on an app or something else, of how much time you're spending on this. Whichever way you do it, after a day or a week, or I prefer to do it for a week so that you can track, averages. But however much time, take those minutes and divide it by 60, all the way out to 2 decimal places. Then multiply that by your hourly wage. And that is how much of your cash time, that's a unit of measure I've created, you are donating to time wasters. So let's say if you earn $22 an hour, for example, and you waste 2 hours a day, then you have given that app or game or whatever $308 of cash time plus whatever you actually pay to be able to participate in the activity. Wow. Now, basic number 3, recognize the cost of your distractions. This is different from number 2. Okay. So the difference you're going to figure out is the cost of eating out or having to rush and get convenience things versus figuring out ahead of time what you want to eat. And you're going to calculate the cost of the food. So if you have to run and get convenience food on the way home from work, it's not a planned thing. You didn't have on your schedule, oh, I like this thing, I want to go buy it and have that for dinner. This is more like, oh, crud, I got to figure out dinner. I'm just going to grab a chicken and a few other things on the way home. Or I'm going to order pizza. So you plan ahead. Or if you don't, you calculate how much it costs to buy that food. Let me give you an example. It'll make more sense. So you're comparing that $30 pizza that you ordered at the last minute to a $13 homemade chicken meal with vegetables that you put in a slow cooker. That's what I'm saying. So that's a difference of $17 in this example. Add up each day for a week or a month, and then divide by your hourly rate. And that is how much time you spend in salary by not planning. So if you spent 30 minutes a week planning meals and deciding when you want to eat out instead of making it a reaction to lack of preparation, what could you spend all of that extra money on that you're wasting on convenience foods? What bill could you pay down? What fun thing could you do? How much better would your life be? Just a question. Many people avoid doing these activities because they say it's too tedious or time consuming or for some other reason. But for me, it was very eye-opening. Saving $17 a meal 3 times a week or even 10 times in a month is $170 after paying your taxes that I could enjoy in other ways. And when I divided my spending by what my husband and I earned an hour, I realized the extra shifts that we were working would be nearly unnecessary with some small changes in my life. That opened up to splurge in other areas or maybe not doing that side hustle. So if you don't have time now to plan meals, just start small. Designate certain main dishes on set days of the week so that you at least know what to pull out of the freezer the night before. That right there is a victory. You will really be surprised what a small amount of planning can actually mean in your life. Don't demand perfection of yourself, just some improvement. We all fail sometimes. Just try to fail forward. I'll see you at the Balanced Life. Bye.